whole rebellion turns. Please, gentlemen, have a seat. I know we have not met as a cabinet in some time, but I have an important matter to discuss with you this morning. I have, as you know, given a great deal of thought to the relation of this war to slavery. And I have come to the conclusion we will not win this war by forbearance with those who started it. We have to destroy that which caused this war and sustains those who make it. When the rebel army last month crossed the Potomac into the north, I vowed when it should be pushed out that I would issue a proclamation of emancipation. I know I did not discuss this with any of you. It was a vow I made to myself and to my Maker. General McClellan, having pushed that army out, I'm determined to keep that promise. Now, I don't want any discussion of the main point. I have determined that for myself. I'm having copies of the proclamation made for you, but in the meantime, let me summarize. As of January 1st of next year, 1863, all slaves residing in states or parts of states controlled by the rebels shall be immediately and forevermore free. I go on to add that any man freed by this act is welcome to join the armed forces of this country. And yes, Chase? Yes, I am painfully aware that this does not free anyone under our control, but only those not under our control. I have no constitutional authority to end slavery, but I believe that as a wartime measure, as Commander-in-Chief of the Army and the Navy, I do have the authority to deny rebels any resource that furthers their ability to oppose this people's government. Now that's all I can do, and I have done it. You gentlemen know me. I am a slow walker, but I never have to walk back. I believe that if my name ever goes down in history, it will be for this act. There. Now I too am free. Mr. Speaker, members of the House, senators, the dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate to the stormy present. As our case is new, we must think anew and act anew. We must disenthrall ourselves, and then we will know how to save our country. My fellow citizens, we cannot escape history. The fiery trial through which we now pass will light us in honor or dishonor to the latest generation. We say we are for the Union. The world knows we do know how to save it. Even we here, have the power. And so we bear the responsibility. By giving freedom to the slaves, we assure freedom to the free, honorable alike in what we give and what we preserve. We shall nobly save or meanly lose the last best hope of earth. New York Herald. This president and his administration are now adrift on a current of radical fanaticism. New York Evening Standard. The cowardly tyrant who now disgraces the chair of Washington and Jefferson could any day have peace and restoration of the Union, and he would have them, only he insists on continuing this war. merely to free the slaves. But there is this from a soldier of the Union armies. It is no longer the Union as it was that is to be reestablished, but the Union as it should be, washed clean of its original sin. We are no longer merely the soldiers of a political controversy. We are now the missionaries of a great work of redemption. New York Tribune, Horace Greeley. God bless Abraham Lincoln. We search for greater meaning in this terrible war. And we find that while we thought we were doing one thing, we were in fact doing something else. I realize now what I knew all along. That what began as a conflict over union has become a revolution over men's souls. From this day on, this is altogether a new war. We are